The Winnipeg Blue Bombers are 4.5-point favorites when they host the Edmonton Elks on Friday night. These same two teams met last week at Commonwealth Stadium, where the Elks turned the ball over 6 times as Winnipeg won 27-14. Edmonton has since made a quarterback change, moving McLeod Bethel-Thompson into the starting role. The 36-year-old is 3-8 as a starter this season, but has improved as the year has gone on, throwing 9 touchdown passes and 1 interception over his last 5 outings. JC, can the Elks continue their push for a possible playoff spot with a win, or will Winnipeg sweep this home-and-home series?
I think you can get out the brooms here, Hodge, because I've got Winnipeg to sweep this one. I think the Elks will be better with McLeod Bethel-Thompson under center. I think he fits what they need against this Winnipeg defense a little bit more. You can throw the ball effectively, be accurate from the pocket. But ultimately, the Bombers are a better team, and if you're playing in their stadium, you talk about it all the time. That is a tough, tough place to play at Princess Auto. I don't think the Elks have enough to overcome it. If they couldn't do it last week with Justin Rankin doing what he was doing in the backfield, then they're not going to be able to do it in the hostile confines of Princess Auto Stadium. So I've got the Bombers to win, and I think they'll cover by at least a touchdown.
I do too. The Bombers are 6-0 in their last 6 games. They smell blood in the water in the West Division. They are first right now. BC is a full game back in second, but of course Winnipeg has that tiebreaker between the two by virtue of the season series. So for all intents and purposes, they're 3 points ahead of the Lions. They've also got the season series against Saskatchewan. The Bombers know how important it is to play at home in the playoffs. They want to host the West Final for a 4th straight year. I think the cat is out of the bag with this one. I will say I like the change back to McLeod Bethel-Thompson because when you look back at the numbers from this year, Winnipeg has not fared nearly as well against pocket passers as they have mobile guys. This is a team that shut down Vernon Adams Jr. the last time he came to Princess Auto Stadium. This team shut down Nathan Rourke, who's very mobile. They struggled earlier this season against Trevor Harris, having really impressive meetings in the Labor Day Classic and the Banjo Bowl, despite playing in a losing effort for Saskatchewan. He was very good. So I'm optimistic that that McLeod Bethel-Thompson can be more effective than Trey Ford was once last week. That being said, I'm a little worried about Edmonton's secondary. Darius Bratton, who's been very solid for them at boundary halfback, is out, replaced by Marcus Lewis. He is primarily going to be responsible for covering Kenny Lawler. Lawler has not had a strong start to the season. He had a bad drop in last week's game right after making a circus catch. I think he's motivated to beat his old team, and I think going up against a cold defensive back could help that. I also don't see the Bombers getting surprised along the ground by Justin Rankin twice in 2 games. I think that they're going to be able to slow him down more effectively, especially considering they're going to be playing a heavier front, dressing an extra defensive tackle for this one versus last week, where it was a very light set to deal with the speed of Trey Ford. So I don't think the Elks are going to be able to run the ball as well. They're going to have a hard time communicating in that noise at Princess Auto. I think this is not going to be a blowout, but I think it's going to be a solid 10-point win for Winnipeg. So I'm more than happy to take less than a touchdown in this one.